What's up guys, are you boring? If you are, then this video is for you, so you better watch it. If you're not boring, you probably are, so you still should watch this video. What's up guys, sorry for making you guys feel attacked. You guys know I love you. Or do I? Okay, for real this time. For today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to be entertaining on stream. If you're a newbie to streaming and you're still trying to build your online persona and personality in front of the camera, this video is for you because it can help you structure the way that you produce your content on stream. If you're a seasoned streamer with an active and growing following, you may also want to watch this because you may pick up additional things that you can add to your repertoire. Let's get it started. My name is Norkla and I am a neuroscientist, and we shall talk about how to become entertaining on stream. Alright, for those who are struggling to be entertaining, there's one thing that I want to say to you before we get on to this video, and this is super important, okay? Being entertaining is a skill that you will cultivate and that you will learn. There are some people who are naturally entertaining, but they don't become popular just because they're talented at it. They actually worked at it. In the same way you work on learning how to drive a car, riding a bike, being better at your profession. Being entertaining is just the same thing. Research all the comedians that you hear that are popular right now. They went through the grind, man. They went to open mics, they got boring, they got booed off stage, but they took that negative energy, learned from all of their mistakes, and actually created a better entertainer of themselves. So make sure you think that way as well.
Somehow your humor, it's universal.
Yeah, it took me a long time to figure out how to do that. Like, I was so scared, Frank. I really was. Like, I remember, because I used to be a regular at the Laugh Factory a lot. Jamie Masada, God bless you.
Yeah.
He's still here. I mean, it's not like
Right,
he got, but Jamie
still
Masada.
among us.
Yeah,
Right.
Jamie, amazing. But he used to like tell me, don't do any of those other jokes, buddy. Just talk about your mom. Tonight, talk about your mom. And then he would switch my position. Like, sometimes I would get the sweet spot, which is like the third or the closing spot on the show.
Yeah.
And he would MC me. He goes, go to the front and be the MC and just talk about your mom. Don't say anything else. And I mean, that's where it all came from. It was kind of like this, it was like this Olympics of like figuring out, these people had no idea who I was.
I myself had to learn to be entertaining, and to show this to you guys, I found a clip from my first stream ever back in 2017. Enjoy.
Nice. Ow. Ow. I'm almost gonna die. There you go. Whew. Almost died.
How was that, guys? I hate it! I'm cringing! I hate it so much! Flip that switch. Understand and believe that you can learn to be entertaining. Now, another point that I really want to make is that here in streaming, preparation is the key. In the same way that shows like the Late Night Show with Conan O'Brien, as an example, it may be filmed with a live audience. However, they don't just go on stage and say whatever, right? The newscasters, the journalists just don't go on stage and start talking. There's a process to that. They have writers who write the scripts, the bits, the news pieces. They have to sit down with the writers to make sure that they understand the story, and then they could also ask questions about the material. There are producers who are getting people ready, so it's a full-on production, and you should think about your stream that way. It's not just simply a matter of sitting down and playing video games. One of the things that they tell people all the time is that streaming is not playing games live online. That's not the case. You could do that for sure, but don't expect to get affiliate, much less don't expect to get a partner, okay? It's actually a production and you need to prepare. That being said, let's go to my first tip. And my tip is to prepare a short outline for the stream. Now, here's how I structure my stream. So I stream on a daily basis, and as you know, streaming on a daily basis for 5 hours a day can actually be challenging. So one of the problems that I've had is actually my content going stale and me feeling bored about going on stream. One of the ways that I actually fixed this and prevented my content from being stale is to actually create a 7-day content calendar where I plan my streams 7 days in advance, and each day before my stream, I spend probably 30 minutes to an hour thinking about my content for that stream. The way that I structure it is that there's an overarching goal. There's a goal that I want to achieve in a stream, or that maybe build project in Minecraft. It might be something that I want to achieve with my community, etc, etc. That's the first thing that I create. The second thing is that I make sure to have 1 to 3 activities line up. One of the things that people love on my channel is what they call the react time, where I react to memes. There are other things as well where I actually plan interviews or go to voice chats or do random things on stream. So I have like 1 to 3 activities lined up per stream. And also I make sure to think about any updates. So one of the things that I don't see streamers do is to actually update their viewers on their content creation. Because what I've seen is that when people know what to expect, when you tell them that they can expect something from you in the next few days, weeks, or months, it increases the likelihood that they will come back and watch you. It's an incredible tool to engage your viewers in the mid to long term. Now, finally, I also think about the marketing for my next stream. I think about how will I get my viewers excited about my session the next day after my stream on the same day. And that kind of keeps the momentum going. So there is some planning that happens on stream. I do it every day and also every week because I want to think about it long term, and I want to make sure that my mind is active and I don't fall into the rut that I'm just going online on a daily basis just to play games online. Now, here is what I suggest for you guys to make a very effective stream outline. I don't suggest that you make a novel. Just keep it, simple, just a couple of bullet points. The first thing that you should put is an objective. It needs to be interesting, it needs to be easily understood within the title, and it should be interesting enough to make sure that it will pull people in and make viewers stay. Ideally, it's also part of whatever's trending. So I don't know, whatever TikTok's blowing up, whatever drama in the internet is happening, try to find a way to incorporate it, because that's actually something that people will want to expect. And it gives you an anchor and a theme for you to develop something new per stream. 2 titles you must absolutely avoid, and I absolutely detest. Avoid, let's chill. Avoid the word chill, okay? And then let's also avoid going back to the grind. Avoid the word grind. You know what chill and grind tells me? Huh? You know what that tells me? That your stream is gonna be boring. Don't use those words, okay? If I wanted to chill, I would watch Netflix. You know what I mean? Alright, so once you have your stream objective, make sure you also have your goals. Okay, so when I say goals, these are actually your metrics or things that you want to achieve for this stream. Do you want to achieve more followers? Do you want to promote your Discord? Do you want to promote your YouTube channel? Do you want to raise charity, etc, etc? It's always good to want to achieve a milestone or something within your stream as well. So for example, if you want to grow your followers, maybe you just say, I just want to have 5 followers today. Right now we're at 3. Can we get 2 more, etc, etc? That helps people get involved in your stream and makes them feel that they're part of building your community and your channel. Now, finally, the third one that I would put is just 1 or 2 interesting stories that you can keep in your back pocket. Think of stories that you wouldn't be able to come up on your own. I personally have ADHD. So I have a lot of funny childhood stories where I do stupid crap because of my impulsiveness. And I usually have 1 or 2 stories to actually want to share. And you should think about those interesting things as well. What are things about you, about your past, or about your plans? Are you planning something in the future that you want to share to your viewers? Are you getting married? Are you getting engaged? Do you have a dog? Tell the viewers something about you, and that actually will be great content and also bring you closer to your community. So every stream, make sure you put 3 things down on a piece of paper, and that's what you prepare. First of all, a stream objective. Second would be your goal. And third would be some interesting stories. Now, my next tip for all of you is to be able to generate prompts. Now, for those of you who don't know what prompts are, prompt is a word from the improvisation, the improv world, which denotes the topic that you should actually make a bit or improvise from. So for example, if you've seen a comedian ask the audience for a topic, and let's say, he asks like farts, and then proceeds to make 10 jokes about farts for the next 15 minutes. That's what you call a prompt. And one of the things that streamers have not recognized, or I think failed to recognize, is that their stream has a lot of prompts that they can make interesting content off of from. So make sure to generate as much prompts as possible. Now, what are the types of prompts that you should be looking out for? First of all, would be the obvious raids. If someone raids you, try to get to know the streamer and do something for the streamer, etc., etc. Or do a challenge like, okay, so since you raided me, I'll do something in this game for you. Whatever you want, I'll do it for you. Maybe that's something that you will do. If he has a funny name, like for example, we all know the name Ice Wallow, right? Ice Wallow. I don't know, make a joke out of that. Tell them that you almost got me, you almost got me. Obviously, you're just being sarcastic, but you can turn it into something really funny. Another one would be subs or gifted subs. You know, you could talk about how gifted subs affect the community. On my side, gifted subs are actually super important because I run a sub-only server. And whenever someone gets a gifted sub, it means that that member of the community actually will get to experience the really nice Minecraft server that we have on twitch.tv/Norcla. Make sure you head over to my Twitch stream as well. Now, still on the topic of prompts, another question that I keep seeing on stream and other stream education communities is like, how do they get chat to actually talk? So one of the things that people keep saying is just keep talking, people will relate to something. That's actually bad advice because you might be going on a topic that bores them. Here's what you do, okay? This is my next tip. Stimulate chat using questions. Ask any type of questions. The simpler and the easier to answer, the better, because the easier it is to answer, the more people will gravitate and talk in chat. One of the things that works so hard with me, if for example there's a lull time, can I get a time check where you guys are? I know we're international. That's the question that I ask. And then I get so many responses. People will say, okay, I'm 7 a.m., 3 a.m., 2 a.m., 10 p.m., things like that. And you know, you can actually, there's so many ways you can go from there. So if someone says they're 12 hours away from you, you ask them, where are you from? I think you're the first person. You're the only person to do that here. Chat. Anyone else who's in the 10 p.m. time zone right now? Then that's also another prompt. That's one way to do it. You can ask them about their day, super basic, but sure. But you can also ask them favorite food, favorite Japanese food, favorite Indian actor. What do they think of your nose? What do they think of your pimples? Like obviously this camera is so awesome, you can see my freaking pimples. You know, so stimulate chat with questions. Now, once your chat is getting heated up, you know, people are getting into the conversation, you're getting more lurkers to start talking, and you're having a great time. One of the things that you don't want to do is to actually kill it. And one of the ways that streamers kill it is actually to just simply answer a question with a sentence and then just stops talking about it. Okay, so for example, someone asks the streamer, what's your favorite food? Hey, my favorite food is sushi. And then it kind of dies down. So my next tip for you guys is use the SQL method. All right, it's called the statement, question, and listen method. That's one structured way that you can actually practice to make sure that the stream is going. The way that it works is this one. When there's a topic or an interesting topic or a question that gets answered, give a statement that you believe in. So for example, I really like sushi. I specifically like these tuna rolls, the spicy tuna rolls, because I really like the spicy kick. How about you guys? Which do you like? Do you like sushi more or do you like ramen? Question. And then you listen to the answers in the chat. And once you've listened to that, make another statement. All right, so ramen, it looks like ramen won. And I kind of believe it. You know, one of the best life-changing ramens that I tasted was from a restaurant called Hana Maruken. Have you guys tasted really good ramen, or have you been stuck with, you know, instant ramen? Let me know, chat. And then that's your question. And then you listen again. You keep that cycle going, all right? So you can easily do that. And with that method, right? Whenever you say a statement, you can actually keep going in that direction, or you could pivot it to something else. So for example, if you're talking about sushi or ramen, you can talk about Japan, anime, right? It makes the transition very seamless. You can go from every single way and you can keep your conversation in your control. Remember, SQL, statement, question, listen. All right, so your chatters are happy, you know, they've had a good conversation, you're feeling pretty good about yourself. Your work doesn't stop there. You have to make sure that you remember what you talked about with every person or most of the people who talked with you on the stream. Try to remember the interesting things that they said, where they're from, etc., etc. Try to link up their time zone, their country, their situation with their username. And when they come back, make sure you follow up and say hi. Okay, say like, hey, my favorite viewer from Poland. Oh, the person who said that he likes sushi with a lot of wasabi. You know, doing that actually makes you more entertaining to that specific viewer and makes can potentially turn that viewer into a loyal follower or viewer. And it also has a halo effect because now there's an inside joke, or they feel that you guys have history, and now people in the chat who may be lurking will now be motivated to engage with you, the streamer. It's a win-win. Make sure you remember that. I know that some of you are bad with names or bad with faces. I'm actually pretty bad with names and faces, but for some reason, and I'm so thankful about this, I remember usernames really well and topics. So maybe you should cultivate that as well. Feel free to research on your own about remembering usernames and topics that you guys talked about. So yeah, guys, make sure you remember, okay? That's it, guys. I hope this was helpful to you. If you want to talk about this more, you can catch me on stream at twitch.tv/Norcla. I stream there every day. We can also talk on Discord. Make sure you follow the Discord. And if you like this content, make sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you'll get notified when I release new videos. Guys, I promise that you will be entertaining, okay? You're no longer boring because you watched this video. Once again, my name is Norcla. I am a neuroscientist. Lahat tayo angat, all will rise.